Hey, what is going on YouTube? This is Rich from Revived Furniture again, bringing you another video. On today's video, I actually picked up this furniture. It is from Facebook Marketplace. All in all, I got the nightstands for free, and I got the chest of drawers for $25. So my thoughts were just to make it a set. And here we are with the footage. They're not too crazy on the wear and tear for the condition. They are pretty good. Kind of well maintained. The chest of drawer was a item used in somebody's daughter's room, so there's a bunch of scratches on the front, and the nightstands, I believe they're the same thing. So here, just to start off, we do have to remove the furniture. I mean the hardware off of the furniture. If you guys did click on this video to learn something, I'm always here to provide you content. I appreciate you guys watching the video. If you guys do want to support the channel, I have an Amazon link. It's a wish list link to help out the channel. Here are the accessories that I use to clean the furniture. It is heavy duty citrus scent degreaser and some water on the right side. But yeah, like I was saying, anything that you guys do purchase for me is going straight towards the channel, helping me create content for the channel. And anybody that does support the channel in that way, I will promise to give you guys a shout out. Here we just do a wipe down after you spray on the degreaser. Here you guys might notice I do have a hoodie on. Eventually I'll take it off. Eventually I'll put it back on, etc., etc. I am located out here in Texas. Anybody in Texas does know that the temperature fluctuates from anywhere from 30 degrees to 70 degrees in the afternoon. This here is the most important step. You got to make sure you do have a clean surface. That way you don't get any dirt or dirty surface or any oils in the furniture. Here we do have a wood filler. Anytime your wood filler gets too thick to scrape out, I just spray a little bit of water, give it a good stir, and it'll give you a smoother texture to it. It'll be easier to spread on the surface. And like I told you guys, on this dresser, it was being used in a daughter's room, and she was going away at it from the marks that I could see. Here I'm just using 120 grit sand paper to just scuff up any areas that I saw that there's like chippings in it. And I am using my DeWalt circular sander. I believe that's what it's called. I found it at Home Depot for like 60 bucks. Just about all the products you guys see here will be either on Amazon or at Home Depot. And this is how it looks whenever you scuff up the top or any area. I am using my bin primer, also found at Home Depot. I do have a basic brush to use it. So I went with this basic brush because I figured out that this does not release so many hairs whenever you brush. And a lot of people that use, I believe it's like a 90 cent brush. It's the cheapest one that you can find at Home Depot. Usually those tend to release a lot of hair, so to avoid that I bought this brush and I don't have to nitpick at all the primer that I have set down. And if you guys are wondering why I'm priming the top, because I am only priming the top because I will be using a gray wood stain glaze finish by Rust-Oleum. I'm doing it on the nightstands and on the dresser. Whenever you do spread the primer, make sure you try your best to go in one direction. So for me it's left to right, or whatever the longest length is, usually left to right. But I know eventually you're gonna have to get in those corners, and you know you're gonna have to go in opposite direction. But just make sure you go over it in the correct direction. And after the first coat of primer, I usually let it sit for about an hour. And after that hour, you can just hit it with 220 grit, give it a little scuff sand, just so it can be smooth to the surface. Because since I am doing a glaze, I want it as smooth as possible. And just if any of you have these sanders, make sure you put it at the lowest setting. I believe my highest setting goes to 7 on the sanding, but I sanded this at 1, I believe. Here goes my coat number 2 of the primer. After the primer, you guys are going to see me flip the furniture. I saw this technique on Instagram. I forgot who posted it, but if you see this video and you're the first one to do it, you know, shout out to you, because this helps tremendously. And make sure you have your painter's pyramid when you do this, so that way none of the primer picks up any dirt or dust on the floor. And here's my lovely wife helping me flip over the furniture. And while it's flipped over, I decided to change out all the floor protectors. Those floor protectors are found on Amazon. I believe I got them in a bulk package. Those were the best things I could buy to help out anybody who does purchase this furniture. Because not all people want to put it in a room that has carpet. Some people want to have them out in the open on some hardwood floor, laminate floors. You always want to help out in this way just to prevent any scratching. Here I'm using my zebra brush. I've reused this brush at least 13 times now, and I've been able to get it to a quality of where it's exactly like it was when I bought it brand new. Here's my 4-inch roller, foam roller, and on my roller I do add a little bit of grease on the end just to make it easier to roll. And if you haven't done that, I really recommend you guys do it if you do use a roller. As you can see, it rolls phenomenal. And the choice of paint today is an all-in-one Beyond paint. The color is Nantucket. It is like a grayish blue. And as you can see, the texture of the paint, it is really thick. And with this paint, the meaning little less goes a long way actually is the best thing to describe this paint. Whenever I had got done with the paint, I believe I used a quarter of it for the 2 nightstands and the dresser. And here I'm just going to be going around with the edges, hitting those first, making sure the edges are done properly. I feel like this is the most important step. But yeah, guys, if you guys want to keep using your brushes, the little more expensive brushes, I do have a video on my YouTube channel on how to properly clean them. The way I do it, you'll basically be getting the same quality as if you just bought it. So I've been reusing that brush too many times, and I will continue to use it. I believe I'm gonna give it like 10 more uses, or more for 10 more furniture pieces, and then I'm gonna be replacing it. Here I'm going with the foam roller. Also, with this foam roller, you don't get too many textured areas. With the other cloth one, I believe it is, you get a lot of clumped up paint because it collects so much whenever you put in the pan to roll it. So with the foam rollers, I've noticed that does not happen on my furnitures. So it's a little easier on the process. That way you don't have to go back and resand. using this technique to flip over the furniture, for example, hitting those edges is a lot easier instead of bending over and breaking your neck. Trying to prevent scoliosis here. So here the foam roller is a perfect example for this side. Easier to paint, spreads faster. And in real time, I believe I got this side done in like 7 minutes. And I'm now starting on the other side, using my foam roller once again. And just a little background behind my life. I do have a full-time job, and I do flip on the side. About every day that I come home, I do some projects, and a little extra side money doesn't hurt. I always try my best to teach you guys some ways on how to make some extra income. But this does involve a lot of patience. And here's the hardware that I had laying around. Ironically, I had 10 pieces of these. And to just prep it, you do gotta sand it, but I don't sand by hand anymore. This is my technique. Work smarter, not harder applies to this tremendously. And then after I sanded it, I am using a Krylon metallic gold. I believe I found this one at Lowe's. And it is a paint and primer, so you got to give it 2 to 3 coats. I always recommend a clear coat. Here, as those dry, I'm doing the drawers. If you guys do have any tips or tricks for me, I am sort of a beginner, so if there's anything that you guys see that you guys can help me out on, please comment below. Anything that makes my life easier will help. This is the Rust-Oleum chalk smoked glaze paint that I'm using. Another basic brush as well, and a paper towel. I'm just laying the glaze down. On here, it is very important to make sure you go one way. I'm telling you it's important because I did not do that. And after it dried, I can notice 1 or 2 brush strokes that go up and down. And this dries fairly quick, so you kind of have to be fast about it. And right right there, as you witnessed firsthand, were the up and down strokes that you're not supposed to do. Oh, and if you guys are curious to know where I got this chalk glaze at, I did find it at Home Depot. I mean, Hobby Lobby, sorry. It was at Hobby Lobby for $7.99. And here you see me imitating the wood style brush strokes. And my technique, for some reason, it did not go through on the video. I don't know what happened to it. I probably erased it on accident. But I used the paper towel method. So on the paper towel, you just damp it up with some of that smoked glaze. And the way you see me doing on the edges, you do it on the top surface. And you wipe away till you get the style or the look that you're going for. Once again, I do apologize for not having that recording. I do not know what happened to it. But the same thing happened with these nightstands. And once I put the hardware on, you guys see the stroke style that I was talking about. And there goes my famous up and down that I regret. And that's the finish on that. I completed that finish just with the paper towel, and now I'm installing the hardwares. For the next video that I'll be doing, I'll be skipping the whole preparation, everything involving a furniture piece, and I'm only going to be doing the painting. And this video is coming to an end. I appreciate everybody that took the time out of their day to view my video. If you did like my channel or my video, please like and subscribe and share. You know, thank you for the views and thank you for supporting me. I'll see you guys on the next video. You guys have a blessed, safe day. Take care.